Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video from the Mad Deep podcast. As you can see right behind me, Mad Deep, Lush World, the pop-up studios. They all the homies over there, they family. So check this out before we start the video. Those that don't follow Mad Deep, make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to Mad Deep. Make sure you run up the comments. Check this out. We have about 200, 300 solid people in the chat at all times. Today it was about 500. But we can at least have 250 people run over there, subscribe, and just run up the comments with the Hater World emojis. This is the time where we need to show everybody else how our chat rolls. So if you rock with me, go over there and subscribe and leave a comment. Well, this video here is titled Soulless Explains Why Swifty Blue was kicked out of O.T.R Records. We all know that S.B. Swifty Blue was signed off of O.T.R, I don't know, sometime mid last year. And it was followed up with Trash Bag Boys. And it was followed up by him going MIA. Well, now we got the real source speaking on it and giving us full insight on what had happened. Now look, we just finished our live, I don't know, 20 minutes ago over on TheHaterWorld Uncensored. We ended the live with 580 watchers, 580. We had everybody tap in from Low Profile Royalty to Trash Bag Boys to Lush World to Matt Deep. Who else was in there? Man, a lot of American Cholo was in there. Who else was in there? A lot of people were in there. They pulled up, showed some love as they should. You know, probably watched for a little bit and bounced out. Salute. That live was lit. You had to be there to witness it. That live is no longer going live. Those that got the video and want to release it, you better hit me up first on this one. Only because of the dirtbag that we called. I don't want him to try to put us, you know, I don't want to say it, but I don't want to give him any ideas. But if anybody got that clip and is going to release it, hit me up first in the DM on Instagram and we could talk about it. Alright. Other than that, if you're not subscribed to Hater World Uncensored, make sure you go over to Hater World Uncensored. I have a feeling that page is going to actually surpass this one, but it is what it is. It don't matter. We still a Hater World family, Hater World Network, and we all under one umbrella. So with that being said, let's go ahead and watch this video and get you guys a Southsider reaction. Let's get it.
So I started O.T.R Records, and I was still on the run. So that's what I named it, On the Run Records.
And just to let all the people know, like, this is no relation to Graffiti Crew, O.T.R. Like,
no, but they have tapped in, or vice versa, about doing collaborations and things.
I love that. I like to see that.
So we are always open to it. It's just the artist that at that time that we're gonna do the campaign with, I dropped that artist. So or he asked for his release. So,
is that Swifty?
Yes.
Okay.
So there you go. O.T.R is not the tagging crew that everybody always says it is. He named it On the Run because he was on the run. Now, a lot of people always say, like, O.T.R stands for the tagging crew, which in all true reality, there is a tagging crew called O.T.R, but it is not the same. You know, he said they were going to collab, but that's about it. Let's go.
Okay. So that was, and I think that's around the time when I first started hearing about this label and all that. But I made an appearance on Trash Bag Boys, and that's when Swifty was still there. So shouts to Incorporator and all that. You feel me?
Definitely.
Good dude. And Swifty was, you know, big O.T.R Records.
He was. At the end of the day, I had nothing negative to say about Swifty. Swifty made a lot of mistakes.
Facts.
He was young and naive. And when you think you're the biggest artist, you don't listen. At the end
He wanted to say when you think you're bigger than the program, right? That's what he wanted to say. He said Swifty was young and naive. Let me tell you what I think. I'm gonna just stop it right there. All right, let me tell you. And maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, right? But I'm gonna just give you my thoughts. How old was SB when he got when you got with O.T.R. I don't know, maybe like 18, 19, maybe up to like 23, 24, right? I don't even know how old he is now, but he was in his, just say mid 20s. When you're out of control like that, and you don't respect the program, or you don't respect the rules or regulations, or respect what's going on, two reasons. One, you just don't give a fuck, right? Or two, which is probably the correct one, you ain't been through nothing. You ain't got no homies. You ain't got no structure. You're not outside. Because when you're outside, bro, with the homies, whether they're older or younger, when you're outside with the homies, there's always homies around that are there to give you a chequeada if you fuck around. There's always homies around that are going to tell you, hey, fool, you're making this look bad. Or, hey, fool, don't do this. Or, hey, fool, do it like this. So if you ain't got that, that means you ain't outside and you ain't got no homies. And maybe that's the reason why Swifty felt that it was okay to do whatever he wanted, for the simple fact that there was nobody giving him any repercussions for his actions. Could I be wrong? Who knows? Let's continue.
He learned his life lessons the way he learned them, because the way he approached certain situations, and I love Swifty, but at the same time, I wish him well. It's been way stress free without Swifty on the label. Like to be truly honest, Swifty tapped in and a couple times trying to sum someone off or whatever, and everyone on the team voted against it.
Damn, so he said that Swifty called in and tried to sign somebody with O.T.R. and everybody voted against it. He even chuckled. Let's see.
So we
all right. That means that Swifty burned his bridge. They still answer his phone calls out of respect, but they no longer like really care what he says. And that's sort of, I don't know how to feel about that. And I'll tell you why. Because believe it or not, regardless, SB did have a good eye for music. I don't want to say that he discovered Chito Ranas or Suede or Peso, but he sort of did bring them around, I think you would say, to like, hold on. There you go. Oh, my logo was missing. He did sort of bring them around to like O.T.R, didn't he? Or maybe I'm wrong, but from what I remember, he sort of like brought them around. So maybe he could be a good PR. Are they called PRs? No, they're not called PRs. The ones that actually find the artist. A scout? I don't know what you would call them, but maybe he could be useful that way. And get his percentage off of signing with O.T.R. As a matter of fact, O.T.R needs to sign a podcaster. O.T.R needs a radio guy. O.T.R needs somebody to spin their records on the internet and keep them hot. O.T.R needs somebody to continuously promote their brand. I'm the right guy for that. I'm the right guy for that job. O.T.R, if you're watching, reach out. Let me be your first podcaster on the label. There you go. Right? But maybe SB could be good for something else. You never know. But let's go.
I love Swifty, but it's just the headache's not worth.
As a person, it's love, but just the business at this point.
Whatever comes associated with Swifty is not worth
the headache. It's not worth the headache. Not enough money.
The juice, there's no more juice squeezing that out no more type shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like you see the numbers with the O.T.R rollout and campaign, like. And the thing is, Swifty went on Crazy Hood meeting and said he made O.T.R this. But the truth is, the numbers don't lie. Like all.
Well, Mr. Soulless. Let me stop you right there, Mr. Soulless. The numbers do lie, and they lie all the time. And let me tell you why. There's a man that claims to be the biggest on the West Coast, and we all know that those numbers are lies. We all know that those numbers right there, they bounce up and off. Okay, they go from 100 to 5,000 to 30 to 90 to 50 to a gazillion. And so that means that those are bots. That means that they're logging on, logging off, logging on, logging off to give you the view. And that's all they're doing. All right. There's more to it, but numbers do lie. especially when you buy numbers. But I get what he's saying. He's simply saying that SB was getting more numbers when O.T.R was behind him, and that I do believe. All right, so let's continue.
All our artists do bigger numbers than Swifty,
Damn.
and it's because Swifty had a budget behind them. Like when you have a budget pushing your marketing versus you just dropping it on an Instagram, what's gonna work?
It's going to get more traction if there's money put behind it.
If
100
you-
times.
Hey yo, Lush, that's a sick setup, my boy. The lighting is perfect, bro. It's like subtle. But I do want to ask you, Lush, what is that No Limit Records I see in the back? I'm a big No Limit record fan. I grew up on No Limit. I can tell you every artist on No Limit. I probably had every CD on No Limit. I would see if you would consider selling that to me. Please let me know. Hey, but listen, he's not lying. He is saying that that the artist gets more push when there's a bag behind them. And it's true, because you're putting a budget behind the artist, so you're allowing his music to go further than what it normally would. Now, let me tell you something. He said that SB went on the platform and said that Swifty made O.T.R. So this is what I say to that, and only because I've had people say that to me. If you made me, make yourself. If you made me, make yourself. Facts or no facts?
Facts.
F-A-X.
I mean, that's like, regardless, you could be the dopest motherfucker in the world, but if there's no budget behind it,
Exactly. So
Hold on, Lush. Hold on, Lush. You could say Drake could drop an album and sell out, but again, even though he might not pay, there's still money behind him regardless because he's Drake, so I get it.
It's all the difference, bro.
Yeah.
A team is real important. When a motherfucker could just worry about rapping and doing what he got to do, pull up to interviews, but all that shit's structured and you got real funny and motherfuckers that really want to see you win, it goes a long way.
Listen, that's King Cash. King Cash is not lying. He said that when you got a team behind you, it makes life easier, right? And he is not lying. It is true. When all you have to focus about is your craft, it is very simple for you to win because everybody got everything prepared and ready for you. You just pull up, drop your stuff, and leave. That's fire. With me, I'm like a one-man army. It's pretty difficult because I got to create the marketing scheme. I got to create this. I got to create that. I got to set this up, set that up. I got to drop the show. I got to do that show. Then I still got to go edit. And I got to do graphics. And I got to promote it. And then I still got to do the merch. And Bro, listen. If I were to just pull up, drop my podcast, and be able to just drop podcasts with no other things around, bro, we'd hit 1 million views already. Because I'm in the building stage right now, it's taking a little longer. But it's cool, because once everything's built completely, it's going to be grind mode 24 hours. So be blessed if you got a team. Be blessed.
definitely.
So me coming just from an outside perspective, I didn't even, really know shit about it. I went over, did the podcast. It was dope. Obviously, I was familiar with both I had known Raider because he had been coming to No Jumper and he cool as fuck. And everybody know Raider. You feel me? He's the man. And then, obviously at the time you got to tap in with Swifty Blue. Da, 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 da. So I was like, fuck it. Let's do this podcast and all that. You feel me? It was love. Shortly thereafter, there's the departure, and then I don't know what was announced first, his departure from Trash Bag Boys or O.T.R. But
O.T.R was first, and Raider called me, and he said, "Damn, if out of everyone in the world, if you're gonna publicly announce a departure from Swifty, then he's like, I might have to too." And I said, "Hey, I don't want to sway your decision. You do what you do as a man."
That's an honest person right there, bro. Soulless, my hat's off to you, bro. Listen. A lot of you guys don't understand what just happened, but he said that Compa Raider hit him up and said, "Hey, you dropped this guy. I'm having problems with him too. I'm gonna drop him too." And Soulless could have been like, "Hell yeah, fool. Fuck that fool, homie. He a dirtbag. I'm glad you got him off your label, But he didn't. He said, "Look, bro, I don't want to sway your decision. I don't want to influence your decision. You do whatever you got to do as a man. These are the reasons why I'm letting him go." bro, that's an honest person, bro. That's an honest man right there. That's a man you want to do business with. Because I know other cocksuckers would have been quick on the trigger, like, yeah, oh yeah, if he's dirty, he did this, he did that. Just spilling the beans, bro. So salute to O.T.R. Records. Let's go.
And had a private conversation, and the next day, he was no longer Trash Bag Boys for some reason.
Well, I remember because I remember the announcement because it caught me off guard. I was very surprised because, like I said, I was just over there and it was big O.T.R. You feel me?
And at the end of the day, I respect Swifty because he did love O.T.R. at one point. But the thing is, when you get lost in the sauce and you believe the hype, that's when sometimes the empire gets broken down. Because at the end of the day, you gotta let the fans believe the hype. You gotta stay true to yourself every day and be hungry as you were when nothing was going on. You know what I'm saying? And consistent. Like at one point, Swifty was one of the hardest working artists in the world, and I would have betted on Swifty.
Hold on. Here we go again. He said that Swifty was one of the hardest working guys on the West Coast. Homie, that's a lie. The lie detector detected, that's a lie. Facts. We know who the hardest working man on the West Coast is. We see him on this #1 podcast. We see his numbers go from 90 watchers to 5,000 watchers. You know, so Solis, calm down, my boy. Calm down. There is a man that is a #1 at everything he does. He invented everything, including O.T.R. No matter what you say, he's going to up you one. All right, so let's be careful when we speak about the #1 anything. Let's go.
Crazy.
Right? And then he reached the amount that he popped out was a level of success.
Yeah, which wasn't enough.
And that hunger
was gone.
And that drive, and it's really the perks and the lean and all that shit. It fucked with him, bro. It made him
feel untouchable.
Grimy Suge, and Grimy Suge got him in trouble.
There you go. So basically what he's saying is this. When SB got to a level of success, he felt like he made it. Said, I ain't got to grind that hard no more. I'm this guy. Now everybody should just give me money and you know, I should be able to go and promote a business for 1,000 and another business for 1,000. And, you know, they should pay me for promo and pay me for a song and this and that. When in all true reality was like, dog, you still working. Like, come on, right? But it happens. You know, it happens. You're blinded. He said he was blinded by the perks and the lean. And that's when he became Grimy Suge. But you know, listen, we all gotta face the consequences to our actions, whether they're good or bad. They might be good one day, they might be bad the next. What a true man does is accept his fault, fix it, and move on. Very simple. You know, some don't, some do. You know, I'm not perfect. I know I have things that I've messed up at, and I'm able to accept them and fix them and move on to other ventures. But it is what it is. This video has come to an end. Salute to Mad Deep, Lush World, Solis, and that homie up there is King Cash, right? Once again, hey, O.T.R. needs they need a podcaster on their team. Right, but with that being said, I'm gonna kill this video where I and call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Now this is a little bit different because it's gonna drop. Well, I'm planning on dropping it right when I press end, which will be around midnight. So this will be a little bit different. With that being said, like the video, comment down below, let me know what you think. And other than that, I'm Blue Devil. This has been a TheHaterWorld production, and we out.